Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you some of the toughest books that I've read. Usually I don't go to read tough books. Most of the books that I read are actually very easy to read. The content is also not that explicit in any type that it makes you feel hard to read it. I especially read in order to just enjoy and relax, so I don't want books with a lot of prose in it that I have to flip to my phone or a dictionary every time I see a new word. Okay, I don't like reading so tough to read books, but these are some of the books which I felt were very tough for me to read. And also I bought a new mic, so you'll be getting a better audio from now on. I forgot to tell it yesterday. It was in yesterday's video also. Do check it out if you want to. And without any further ado, let's get into the list. The first book in this list is actually one which I own, but I'm not going to pick it out because it is so huge and I've also shown it in many other videos. The cover doesn't look that good, and I'm speaking about It by Stephen King. The thing that's most difficult about this book for me to read is actually the page count. It's nearly 1200 pages long, a single book 1200 pages long, and also the amount of description in this one is so heavy. Okay, if you ask me, at least 1/4 of the book is just descriptions alone, and it adds a lot of flavor to the book and a lot of detail to the world in which the story happens, but we don't want this much detail, King. It is really good, but at times it becomes so dragging. You just have to keep the book down. You have to think of things what have actually happened, and then you have to get back into the story. The story writing in this one itself is a bit too different in order for a new reader to understand. This was my first Stephen King book. Imagine my condition then. The thing is that we have 6 kids who are called the Group of Losers, and they are living in this town named Derry, in which every 27 years something really bad happens and many people die. It is due to something called It, which they call it by name. They just call it It, and these 6 children, they try and defeat it once, and after 27 years again it comes back and they defeat it again once, and that's the actual story of the book. The story actually moves in such a way that it is in the past, then comes to present, past, present. That is, we get the children as the children, and as adults, children, adult. It's like that. Towards the end, the switching is so heavy that he cuts the sentence in the middle and he starts from the word the next word from which he left in the next chapter in the present. Okay, I am is in the past and is Sai. I am is in the past and Sai is in the present. It's like that. Okay, it's split in such a way, but it is very well written. It is a very tough book to read, but if you have a lot of time and patience, then this is a great story. The next 2 books in my list are nothing in length compared to it, and the first one of these 2 is Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. It's not even 150 pages long, guys. It is such a short book, but I read both of these books, this one and the next one, in a single sitting, but they were so tough to read and understand. Okay, because in a single sentence itself, you have to read it and you have to take it in a particular way in order to understand what the author is trying to say. That's called intentional writing, and the most meaning that you can give to each and every sentence in a book. Hermann Hesse, the author of this book, is actually a Nobel Prize winner, so you can understand from that itself how well researched and how well laid out the lines in this book must be. They were really good. Some things about this book which were tough for me to read are, first one, the language. Okay, it's not simple. The language is not simple in this one. The next one is the content. Okay, the life of Buddha, though he is the person who preaches peace, his life has not been peaceful at all. He has been through like various trauma, actual trauma, okay, of people dying, people suffering, and every such stuff. And that's the thing which actually makes this book what it is. It shows the entire life of a person, of how life can be and needs to be within 150 pages, and it is done in the best way, if you ask me. It is so strong. That's the thing which is tough about this book to read, and I'm sure that if you read this book, you'll get enlightened at least to some extent. Next book is The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. In this book, we have this sailor who's actually described as the prophet. Prophet means a messenger from God, right? What happens is that there is this sailor who comes to this village on his ship, and while he comes out of the ship, he just has many conversations with the villagers who are living in this village. Each and every villager is from a different walk of life, doing a certain occupation. That's very normal that we see in our everyday life itself. The thing about this book is that there are various answers that are given by the prophet to the questions asked by the villagers. Each and every question asked by each and every villager actually forms the chapter heading of each and every chapter, and the content of each and every chapter is actually the answer for each and every question asked by the villagers. This is a book in which it will take a lot of time for you to absorb what is being said. Okay, the amount of words used in this one is very low. You see, it's not that much heavy in terms of text, but the understanding that you get from a small amount of text, you have to read each and every line at least twice, if you ask me, in order to understand what the author is trying to say. That's the best thing about this book. Though it's a short book, it will take quite a bit of time to read. This book actually will not even take 2 hours to read if you just keep on reading. But if you have to understand what's being tried to say, then it will take some time, and I'm sure that if you take that time to read this book, you will get a lot more out of this. The next one in the list is not actually a single book, but an entire series, and it is A Song of Ice and Fire, or Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I'm saying this series mainly because, you see, the size of the first book itself is this big. It's 800 pages long, and it is the shortest of all the 5 books that are out now. Just imagine, the shortest book itself is 800 pages long. Think of the rest of the books in the series. The third one is the hugest of all, and it is also a really good book. Okay, you can just enjoy the story. The things that are actually tough about these books or the series as a whole to read is actually the content that's present in it, and also the writing style. The writing style is actually easy to understand. Okay, you need not read anything twice in order to understand what is being said. You just have to read it once. You can just go through continuously, but the amount of detail and description in this one is also so very jarring. Okay, it actually builds up the world. I think it is necessary for this series rather than it doesn't need that much of world building. Okay, it's just a normal city that we see anywhere on earth, but this one is something which doesn't actually exist. Okay, it is totally made up, and this world needs to be constructed, and George R.R. Martin, he has done the best way, because he doesn't leave any stone unturned. He goes into each and every little detail, starting from the patterns on the dress to the color of the sand, everything. If you like that much attention to detail, you'll like reading this. Even if you read this slowly, you'll enjoy it a lot. There is another thing which is the most hardest of all when it comes to A Song of Ice and Fire. It is the amount of graphic content in it. Okay, there are like multiple trigger warnings for murder, rape, sex in general, and mutilations, abuse, all kinds of abuse. Okay, for men as well as women, for children, for animals, everything. There's a lot of gore, there's a lot of terror, horror, body horror, there's a lot of explicit content, sexual as well as violent. So it'll be tough to get through those parts of this series, but I think all those things put together with the good things which I said also, that's what make this world a grimdark place as it is, and that's really good to read if you ask me. The next book in the list is This Is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay. I've spoken about this book in almost every video that I've made since I finished reading this one, because it's my most favorite of all the books that I've read so far this year. Okay, and the tough thing in this book to get through is the content. Okay, it has a lot of detail to the medical procedures that are actually shown. There are actual medical procedures which happen throughout the world, and doctors and nurses and people generally in the medical field, they are actually seeing these things. We are just reading them and visualizing them in the mind. That itself makes me like so terrified and frightened at many times, but it is like the daily life of a major part of the population in the world that made me feel I empathize a lot with them for me, and that was the tough part for me when it comes to this book. And I think that every person who's an adult needs to read this book, because it is something which everyone needs to read and understand and know. The next book in the list is The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Now in this book, the thing that's a bit tough for me to go through as a reader is the pacing of the book and the description. Okay, the description is heavy, but it is not as much as where it was in Game of Thrones, so comparatively this was easier for me to read. And the pacing, that's the main issue. Okay, if you're getting into Lord of the Rings, don't expect a fast-paced story. It is a really slow-moving story, and it happens over years. Okay, just like Game of Thrones, it happens over years. It will take a lot of time. Okay, I think the first book itself is for like 2 to 3 years long, and you can actually feel that amount of time being spent by these characters and the things that they experience during that time, during their journey. It is good, but it is very, very slow. That's the main problem for me when it comes to The Lord of the Rings. It's nothing wrong with the book, it's just something with me. I like slow stories, but I don't like them being drawn to such an extent as in this one. the last two books in the list are actually books that I've not actually finished reading. The first one of these two is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I'm actually currently reading this one, so I'm sure that I'll be finishing this one before the last book in this list. The thing about this book that's difficult is also the writing. Okay, it has a lot of description. The description is to such an extent that usually we just get descriptions of places and things and the things that people wear and eat, but in this one we get descriptions for emotions and how people think. Okay, the thoughts are given descriptions. That's the different part about the story. It is really good. It is very enjoyable, but in order to enjoy and experience and appreciate it as a whole, you have to read it slowly, and that's a tough thing for me too. I like to read things in a faster pace. If I start a book, I'll want to continuously read it and lose myself into it, but this one is not something like that. You can lose yourself into it, but it'll take a lot of time to read. It is taking a lot of time for me to read. I've been reading this for over a month now, and I've not even finished half of the book yet. Okay, but I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm sure that it'll also end up in a great note, because we are getting to the darker side of the story now, and it is interesting to read. So since I've not finished this one, I'm including this one also. The last book in this list is actually one which I DNF'd twice reading, and I'm sure that I'm going to read this. Usually if I DNF a book for more than once, I don't read it ever, but this one I'm sure that I'll be reading it again, and I'm speaking about Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James. I picked this book up twice. I read 60 pages in the first time, and I kept it down because I was not able to continue. It was so weird. Okay, there are like multiple reasons for considering this book also a tough one to read, because the writing style in this one is something which I have not at all seen anywhere. Okay, it is so different, so peculiar, so weird, difficult to read. The descriptions, characters, the assaults, the explicit content, sexual as well as violent, as I said before, they are like too much in this book, but the story stands out to a different level. Okay, it is dark, it is totally dark. Each and every character is dark. That's the delicious part of the story. It is very tough to read, guys, believe me. I actually went to like reading nearly 300 pages of the book. I don't know how I did it, because it was so tough to read, and I don't remember a single part completely about this book, so I'll have to start it all over again and read it again, because it was really tough to read the first two times. But I'm sure that I'm not going to give up on this one, because it was a very different experience reading this book, and I want to experience it as a whole. Okay, so those were all the books which I felt were so tough for me to read, or tough for me to read right now as I'm doing them. And do tell me what are the books that you feel are tough to read. We'll see. I'll try to help you out if any of those were easy for me. Do let me know down in the comments, and if you did enjoy watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.